Okay, so I think this is Pinus strobus, or eastern white pine, but because it's been growing in this deciduous wood and it's got other trees competing with the light, with the upper canopies and stuff, I think some of the colours are definitely different. But one of the things that you'll notice about the eastern white pine is the young trees, the trunk is smooth. Okay, so a lot of pine trees will have rough bark. Okay, so this is another pine tree. I think it might be Scots, I'm not too sure. But you can see it's the typical bark of a pine tree. It's real rough and flaky. Okay. But the eastern white pine, I think it's native to North America, Maine and Michigan. And how you can identify it is by that. I think they identify it by saying that it's got a grey coloured bark, but the bark here is pink bordering on green. Now they are also, one way to identify it is the pine needles, and it's the eastern white pine is the only pine that has 5 needles growing out together. So I'm just gonna try and grab these. 2, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 5. So this is Weymouth pine. Also the needles, because it's in the wood here, are dark green. They're not that bright green colour that they're normally associated with. Unlike a lot of leaves, when they're in the wood, they just get darker. I think like fatsia, you know, fatsia's in the sun, they go a greeny yellow, a lime colour, and the fatsia that's in the shade is a lovely dark green colour. So this is Pinus strobus, eastern white pine. You've got 5 needles growing out together at the one time. Out of the same point. 5, and they're the only point to do it. And the bark is smooth, and with age it will start to look more like a pine with the rough bark. So here's another eastern white pine, Weymouth pine, and I've just done a count, and there's 5 coming out of each point together. But if we look at this bark, yeah, it's smooth as well. That's from where I've lopped off the lower branches just to raise the canopy. And here's another one, and that's super smooth. Doesn't feel like a pine at all. So I must have, well, I definitely have 3. And they have these drooping needles. They're not sticking out or sticking up. They all droop.